The St. Clair County Probate Court, an overview. Hi, I'm Darren Findling of the Probate Pro, and I'm going to explain the ins and outs of the St. Clair County Probate Court. Let's get right at it. The St. Clair County Probate Court is located in Port Huron, Michigan at 201 McMorran Boulevard. It's a very prominent building with municipal offices within it, really easy to find along the waterfront, and plenty of parking nearby with metered parking, so getting there and finding it is really not an issue. I always urge people to give yourself plenty of time when you enter into a courthouse. Give yourself a chance to park, make your way to the courthouse, go through security, find your courtroom, and give yourself a chance to take a deep breath before your probate matter occurs. We understand that probate is an emotionally charged area. As I've indicated here, there are some handicap areas, and this is a description of where the various parking spots are around the courthouse. And as I mentioned, the St. Clair County Probate Court is a secured facility. Think of it as if you were entering an airport. It's really frustrating for people when they park, walk to the courthouse, get to security, only to learn that they forgot that they had placed something sharp or a weapon or object in their purse or in their pocket, only to be told they have to come back to their car. The St. Clair County Probate Court, of course, handles probate matters, probate and trust matters. To understand what may bring you to the St. Clair County Probate Court is to understand the difference between jurisdiction and venue. Jurisdiction generally relates to the subject matter upon which your matter is involved. So, for example, a bankruptcy matter would go to the bankruptcy court. A divorce matter would go to the family division of the circuit court. And so too would a probate matter would go to the probate court. That has subject matter jurisdiction over probate and trust matters. Now, what brings you to the particular county is a question of venue. And with a deceased probate estate, meaning an estate that's being administered by the probate court, the determination of which county you file is dictated by the domicile of that person that passed away. Now, if they died out of the state of Michigan but had an asset in St. Clair County, then St. Clair County would be the appropriate venue. Now, for purposes of trust, most trusts are administered outside of the probate court's involvement. Trusts can be administered privately. Some trusts require supervision. It may have been contained within the trust itself, or if a dispute arises, a dispute over the creation or formation of that trust, a dispute involving the trustee's behavior and actions and whether they're fulfilling their duties, maybe it's an interpretation of the trust, or a dispute about the trust beneficiaries. These types of trust matters would come before the probate court. For guardianships involving the well-being of an individual who has been deemed legally incapacitated, the probate court has jurisdiction to determine which venue, and whether St. Clair County is the appropriate venue, is directed by their residency. And like guardianships, with conservatorships, which involve managing of assets of an individual and handling all of their financial affairs, the probate court also has jurisdiction, and residency dictates the county upon which to file. St. Clair County is really fortunate to have experienced probate judges serving on behalf of the community. The chief judge is Daniel J. Kelly, and he's been on the bench since 1994. Judge John Tomlinson and Judge Elwood L. Brown are also probate judges handling the probate docket. For many matters involving probate, you just got to go down to the probate court. But fortunately, for many matters, you can, from the comfort of your home and your computer, access some really good information. St. Clair County has a really robust website called stclaircounty.org or ORG. I've put that little arrow to show you the web address. What's nice about it is you can gain information about the court, you can gain information about particular processes, including guardianship, conservatorship, deceased estates, and you can gain information about the file itself without having to go down there and leafing through the file. So it has a court record search feature, which I'm highlighting here, where you type in the name of the individual. And in this particular case, I used John Doe, and all the cases that have that name that have been filed at St. Clair County will show up. The case numbers will be displayed, and you can simply click on the name, and it will then hyperlink you to the court docket. Really helpful to get some really practical information. The filing fees relating to various probate matters are listed here. The most common ones relate to the commencement of a guardianship, deceased estate, conservatorship. Those filing fees are $175. For a guardianship involving a developmentally disabled person, there is no filing fee. But that filing fee doesn't tell the whole story. So for example, in a deceased probate estate, the filing fee is $175, but you should be prepared to pay for the notice of publication, which is required in most deceased estates, as well as the letter of authority and the gross inventory fee. So to really understand the total cost, contact your probate practitioner or the probate court. The St. Clair County Probate Court is really a busy court system. Most court systems are a reflection of their population, and because Port Huron is located in St. Clair County, it is a really busy probate court. The state of Michigan does a caseload summary each year, and here it's reflecting the year 2019. The total estates that were opened up were 269, adult guardianships 166, and minor guardianships 187. If you look at the lower part of this particular summary, you'll see that at the end of that year, there were 593 active deceased estates and trusts, and 594 persons or adults that were under guardianship, as well as 579 minors that were under guardianship. That's a lot of people. And what do you discern from this? What do you take away from this report? Well, it's a reflection of how busy the court is, and you should understand that if you go down to the St. Clair County Probate Court, you're one of many files. So you really want to educate the court about your particular set of circumstance and not just assume that the probate court already knows everything about your file. At the Probate Pro, we're really passionate about probate and trust related matters. If you have questions about the St. Clair County Probate Court or any probate and or trust issue, give us a call, 833-PROBATE, or visit us at theprobatepro.com.